Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Magic Farm 3, The Harvest. So after my extremely successful and lovely trip to the Nether in the last episode, where we got masses of blaze rods, well not masses but I think 7, what I really want to do is proceed with the blood magic and make the flight potion, etc, because I really needed the blaze rods for the blood magic chemistry set. However, I am not going to do that. I'm going to be really good, take a break from the magics, and do some machine things because I've hardly made any machines whatsoever. And I don't want this to be like the last episode, like the last season, where I'm really embarrassed about how bad my technical side of things was in the last season. I was producing tiny amounts of power and it was dreadful. So I want to do better this season, and I think I am more familiar with what is it called? Thermal dynamics. There you go. See, I know the name of the mod. Uh, right, I made a bunch of stuff. I haven't made all the machines I need, but I did craft quite a few of them because otherwise we'd just be sitting here crafting all the time. And my main source of power, I want it to be solar power because, you know, it's nice, clean, cheap, and environmentally friendly. However, so I've got on the roof over there, I've got a level 2 solar panel which generates only 16 RF per tick. Well, it's been generating it for a while, so this energy cell has quite a bit of it. But still, you know, it's not brilliant, it's only the beginning. And I want to obviously craft the higher level solar panels. But for that, I need a disgusting amount of glass because I mean, it just gets crazy how much you sort of need 8 of the solar panel ones to make one solar panel 2, and then you need, I think, 4 of the solar panel 2s to make, and it just grows exponentially. So the very first machine I've put down here is a pulverizer, and I am basically gonna use it to make a huge bunch of to make a few stacks, not a huge bunch, but you know, a few stacks of glass. Okay, the next thing I want to deal with is the farms upstairs because of the progression, what is it called, progressive automation of planters. I'm still running them on coal, which is quite bad, and they can take RF power if I put in an RF engine upgrade, which is made like this. So I'm gonna make 2 of those. Okay, I have 1 of those, I need 1 of those, and I need a lot of iron and some gold. Yeah, they keep on running out of coal and I don't notice, and they stop working, and it all becomes quite wasteful. So I think this should be much better, and I think 1 of the solar panel 2s should be enough for them. Let's just, hopefully it's still day outside. Oh no! Okay, it is day now. It's very strange, but every time I sleep I get some sort of bizarre effect. Sometimes it's completely random, sometimes it's positive, often it's negative. Yeah, so like you can see, this one's run out of coal, so it's not working anymore. So let's see, it is here. Let's dig down to it for a bit. Ah, right, I'm gonna have to dig down quite deep. And let's give it Leadstone flux duct. Yes, this is the one. Oh, I know why it's not. Why it's looking as if it won't accept it. It's because it doesn't have the upgrade. Like if I put the upgrade, is it here or here? I think it might be here. See, now that it's got the upgrade, it's actually connected. No, 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 what are you doing? And let's do the same thing with this one, which also is out of coal. Okay, so I made a bit more flux duct, and now hopefully this will work on both of the machines. It's definitely working on this one. You can see the RF engine is, while the machine is idle, while the planter is idle, the RF engine is gaining power, and it should be working here as well. Let's see. Yep, perfect. From what I've seen before, some of these seeds have no textures, which is quite horrible, but there you go. I found some bacon seeds on a trip I took outside, so we now have bacon, or rather pork chops. Okay, so this is done. Now, the other thing I wanted to work on was this power source, because this is ugly and a little bit annoying. It works pretty well most of the time, but sometimes the trees actually overgrow, or at least maybe they don't do it now, but this is why I've had to bring it out so far. So I was going to try, and this is a bit of an experiment. I don't know if I'm making enough stuff. But one of the things I thought of trying to do was to try and make biofuel and use that as a power source. Okay, can I? Oh God, I love the Sojourner's belt. It's just so excellent. Okay, this is my second attempt at doing this, trying this, and I am not entirely sure how to do this. Well, actually, now what am I talking about? It's easy because I already have this pipe coming out from the saplings. My one concern with this, oh God, the magnet, not the magnet. My one concern with this is that the saplings, it will steal the saplings from the planter, and eventually the planter will not have any saplings, which would be quite dreadful. Okay, mate. Yes. Oh, I think it did put it in here. Yep, this is working very nicely. Well, we'll have to look into that if it does it. And we want the power to end up here. So we could have the generator, I guess, somewhere like here. Let's put some fluid ducts, fluidy ductus in here. Oh, this is interesting. How come it's taking it out without, and this is generating power? Now I think this does 160 RF per tick, which is a lot. I think you will agree. It's way more, I think, than the harvester needs. So I might, I don't know, I might put an energy cell on this. Here, input. Yeah. But also well, maybe we can wait with the energy cell. Why is that not taking more power? Oh, it is now, all of a sudden. I guess it was just cutting things. Well, we'll have to wait and see how this works, but I think I'll agree that it looks neater without that, those solar panels sticking out. And I would want to eventually be able to take some of the energy from it. Well, we'll see. Are you gonna cut that, mate? Well, it's got plenty of power, so... Right, and it's quite good not to have to depend on solar panel. I mean, solar power is okay because, you know, you can use energy cells during the night, so... But for something like the tree farm, where when it stops growing, the trees just grow everywhere and it's quite horrible, it's possibly not the best. And let's just, while we're here, okay, this isn't the best solution, I realize, because I have to exchange the drums every once in a while. So I might actually give up on the sludge boiler and just void this eventually, but for now this is done. Alright, now another cute little project. Where is the sun? We still have some time. That I want to try is the fisher, and I've already made the fisher up. I haven't made a box for it, and we do need a box, so we need a tiny bit of wood for the box. So the idea behind this comes from the last season when I've played this, when I had a really hard time finding ink sacs. In fact, I failed at them completely. And I needed the ink sacs for something to do with blood magic. I think they're part of the chemistry set. I can't remember what it was I was trying to do exactly. It might well have been something to do with trying to... Let's just take some soil for making a better... Oh god, I just can't speak now. My brain's gone dead. It's so hard to do one thing and talk about another. I think I wanted to do the top level catalyst, and I think that needed ink for some reason, and I couldn't do that, which was annoying. Never used the fisher. I'm not sure. I know it's supposed to be right over the water surface. I am not sure how much water it requires. which is why I'm sort of doing this rather. I'm sure this will be enough water for it. How do we place it? Presumably it needs to have the hole at the top, and if I put the box here and it's going to need some power, and I think I don't know how much power it actually requires, but I think I'm hoping a solar panel will be sufficient. Let's see. Okay, it's doing some work, it's getting some power. I think it's quite slow, but it can just sit there. I mean, I could make a fishing rod and just try to catch the ink sacs, but I think this is going to be more fun. Plus, we're going to catch all sorts of things other than fish. Oh, I don't know whether I should stay here. Yeah, let's just do a cut. Okay, so I had to go inside and sleep because it was turning dark and I don't want any of the nasties to get ideas, but oh, it's almost getting to 900, and did it do anything? Well, we have fish. I guess I can make some meals with fish. Actually, it should be quite easy. I can make mayonnaise easily because I am growing eggs. But I think the best thing to do is just to leave that for a bit and then come back and deal with it. So this seems to be working nicely. Lots of power here. These guys seem to be working well. Oh, I wish the bacon weed seeds had a texture. Let's look at how our sand production is going on. Okay, it's pulverized everything, and I don't know why, but I thought that gravel would be like the main output, but it seems that sand was the main output. I think the one machine that I didn't make was the redstone furnace, but I should have all the things I need for it. Let's quickly have a look. I've forgotten. I think I have the copper somewhere. Yes. And here we go. One redstone furnace. Okay, this isn't gonna be a permanent position because I am eventually going to want to have these next to each other, but just for now, let's give it power and let's move no, ignore the signal. Okay, it's getting the power. Oh, I have to set this as input. Yes. And let's move this box to here. And this hopefully will make us enough glass to make. Oh, the one thing that we need for the solar panels is silver, because the recipe for, let's take a couple of stacks of silver, of which we have a ton, as you can see, which is very lucky. While we're waiting for the glass, let's make a couple more machines, I guess. So, hello again, welcome back. I recorded a whole lot of crafting of making all these machines, and then I watched it, and you know, it was just so mind-bogglingly boring. So I'm just gonna tell you, I'll show you what I did, which is basically made all the fundamentals of thermodynamics. I've got the magma crucible and the fluid transposer, so these are needed to make the redstone energy cells. I haven't upgraded these yet, but I will. And the induction smelter. And my biggest crafting achievement is this solar panel 4. This produces 256 RF per tick, which should be plenty of power for my pretty basic setup here. I mean, there's still several higher levels of solar panels. I don't know if I'm going to ever make anything bigger than the 4, because, well, I guess a 5 would be nice. But oh, this just took so much crafting, because you need 8 of those to make one of this, and you need 4 of these to make one of this, and you need 4 of these to make this, etc, etc. It just rises exponentially. I made these super crafting frames, so this is an extremely cheap and easy solution to auto crafting. I don't know if I have the ingredients on me, but basically as long as you have the ingredients on you in your inventory, you can just right click, and if you shift right click you can get a stack, except I don't have enough glass. So yeah, I really like these. Obviously there are better auto crafting solutions than this, but this is just so easy to do. Alright, so I'm just gonna go up, pop up, and do the roof thing. I keep hearing a door opening, and I can't figure it out. What could possibly be opening doors? I mean, unless it's the villagers. There are no doors for them to open. It's got to be something else. I don't know what. But right, so I will finish here. I've got some more stuff to do off camera, just continuing with this, but basically we've got the basic stuff. I just thought that you would probably want to see the results of my auto fisher before I finish. So let's go down here. And look at this, I've got the ink sacs. So the reason I did the auto fisher for them is because I just can't find any squid. And I think this is to do probably with most creatures and all the fish and sharks, etc. that spawn in the waters. I mean, squid probably spawn, but I think they're extremely rare. So yeah, but apart from these, look at all the stuff I've got, like some power 4 bows. I will definitely take those. Oh, and some mystery safari nets, which so these could be absolutely anything. I'm not entirely sure I want to take these. I'll have to think about that. And an enchanted book, Vein Mine 1, Sharpness 3, so yeah. Definitely happy with that. And the ink, which I believe I need for one of the catalysts in Blood Magic chemistry set. But this will do for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.